Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So we're here with another IXL talk through video. Today we are looking at the area of squares and rectangles. So the first thing you want to think about when you think about finding area is that area represents the inside of a shape. So what I'm scribbling all over the inside of that square, that is the area. The outside is the perimeter, kind of like the fence around a yard, and the yard itself where the grass grows and everything else is, that would be the area. So when we find area, we follow a formula. A formula is really a lot of algebra with some substitution. In this case, we're going to use a formula that says that area equals LW. Now, what you have to know here is what you think L and W represent. So I want you guys to take about 5 seconds to think, what do you think L could be? What do you think W could be? What word are they representing? I'll give you a hint. It starts with an L and it starts with a W. Go. All right, that was 5 seconds. Hopefully, you thought of the words length and width. Awesome. Now, once you know that L stands for length and W stands for width, you can do a little bit of math and very easily find the area of a shape. The other piece, and this is where the algebra comes in, that you need to know is that there is an invisible multiplication symbol between L and W. Just like when a number is next to a letter, it means to multiply. When we have a letter next to a letter, it means the same thing. So we are multiplying whatever our length is by whatever our width is. And the big takeaway that you need to understand is that it does not matter which side you choose as the length and which side you choose as the width, as long as you're not picking the same side for each. Now, for squares, it doesn't really make a lot of difference because all their sides are the same. But I always like to operate under the idea that this, and I'm going to use a different color here. I'm going to use a little bit of yellow. This is my length, and I'm going to use some green, and I like to use the vertical one as my width. You could do it the other way as long as you're saying self, one of these sides is the length, the other side needs to be my width. And now I just need to do some simple multiplication. 3 times 3. Hopefully you guys have already been there. You figured it out. You knew, Mr. Quinn, why are you talking this much? The answer is 9. So I'm going to go ahead and click submit. That looks great. So we're going to wipe the whole screen clear, and now we're going to take a look at another question. The numbers are getting a little bit bigger, still the same idea. My area equals my length times my width, and I'm just going to do some substituting. I have a 10 as my length, and I'm going to use a different color. Here is my width, is a 12, and remember there is that invisible multiplication symbol in between, and 10 times 12. If you don't know what 10 times 12 is off the top of your head, type it in a calculator. It's okay. There's one on your computer. There's probably one on your cell phone. You guys can be okay. But we should know that that is 120. And we're going to type that into our answer box and click submit. So we're going to go through one more example. What I'm going to do just to kind of make sure that we're understanding everything is I'm going to jump a couple of levels here. And we'll take a look at a slightly more challenging question just to make sure that everybody feels comfortable about what is going on. So these still look pretty straightforward. All right, we're going to get into the challenge, though, and this will be great. So I have some decimals. This is where your calculator is going to be super helpful. So we're going to write our problem. I have a length of 6.4 being multiplied by a width of 7.1. Now, I'm a math teacher, and off the top of my head, I do not know what 6.4 times 7.1 is going to be. So I'm going to type in 6.4 times 7.1 into my calculator and get 45.44. So I'm going to click, and I'm going to enter in 45.44. Something I really like to do is I like to double check. I like to look one last time, make sure I typed it in correctly. And I can see that that looks great. All right. I hope this video really helps you guys. I think it really will. I know you guys are going to do really great. And the only thing I want to check for is to make sure they're not going to ask you to find a missing side. Nope, these look great. You guys are going to do awesome. Let me know if you have any questions.